Hey, thank you for joining me. Jason DeBillas courtside. This is Russia versus Italy. This is Makroguzova and Kholomina representing Russia. That's on the far side. And Menegatti and Toth representing Italy, the Italians, on the near side. And the score is now 11-7 in favor of the Italians. Vicky, the big blocker, serving to go to the net. That's a little bit of a double hit, and they're not considering that a hard-driven ball, and I disagree. Hard-driven ball shouldn't be somebody's very best shot. I think they have to find a gray area on that.
Marta!
We're back from the technical timeout. The score is 10-15 in favor of Italy. What a pretty good block and recovery, but that ball's out of bounds. Now the score is 16-10. Actually, that wasn't a technical timeout. That was a timeout. The town's playing pretty good volleyball right now. And there's an ace. And they're just pouring it on. The score is now 17-10. There's a tip over the top. That ball's dug. The Italians on transition. Got it. Marta, Menegatti to serve. Menegatti's had a pretty good one, serving out of the middle, a balance, a good position one, and just straight up middle serves, and patient on that swing and transiting on two, hitting the top of the tape, getting the bounce. Some will call the lucky bounce. But for me, once again, luck is a residue of design, and now they're up 19-10. Got Viktoria. Toth at the net. Pretty good presence, allowing Marta, the back row defender, to be a little bit more balanced and just stay home and wait. Score is now 20-10. Not getting paid by the hour is Italy. There's a block that's covered. Going out of the middle, just past the block, but wow, just a good heads-up play and right place, right time for the defender, and that one she left a little bit home, and she'd like to have that back, and now the score is 11, serving 14. The Russians are surviving are alive for one more point, set point opportunity number two. Number two, Svetlana Kholomina serves. And wow, that is just incredible range by by Vicky, and that is the end of the first set. Winners in relatively easy fashion are the Italians, Menegatti and Toth. 21-11.
Focus.
There's a magnificent shot over the line, and the Russians are on the board. Svetlana Kholomina to serve. Svetlana with a floater, left shoulder. Okay by Vicky. Vicky cross court, straight down. Score is now 1-1. Vicky Toth. Toth is out of Budapest, Hungary. Very good dig by Marta. Transition. Marta transitions out. Now the score is 2-1. The Italians are all about scoring those real points. And man, they are just killing it right now. "28 years of age. Svetlana hits one just off the outstretched hand to Vicky, and now the score is 2-2. With a good swing, but that time it's out of bounds, and now the Russians take the lead 3-2. Nadezda, Makroguzova, big blocker out of Russia. Pretty young player, actually. Birthplace is universal. 21 years of age. Marta to serve. Mac with a good set, and Svetlana hits one off the left elbow of Vicky, and now the score is 5-4. Going back and forth a little bit. Only, to my knowledge, or my memory, only one real point. There she goes again. Nadezda, Makroguzova. I'm gonna keep saying it until I get it right. There's an up and down set. Actually, it's a back set, and Vicky on the drifter goes wrist away, and now the Italians have tied it up 6-6. I'm checking that. It says 5-6. Get that score for you in a minute. Vicky with the serve out of the middle. That time handled a little bit better by Nadezda. Nadezda cross-court dug. To confirm their opportunity, a real point. Got it! Marta. Vicky with the serve. Will she go to Svetlana? Yes, she will. Handles okay. There's a drift set and lined over that's blocked. Going outside, Nadezda patiently cuts over, gets the drop in the sand, and now the Russians lead 7-6. Nadezda, the big presence at the net. Her favorite book, she says, is Treasure Island. Wow, trying to go line over, but didn't have a whole lot of elevation on her reach, didn't even have a lot of momentum on her jump, and here's your switch, 8-6. Nadezda, Makroguzova with the block. Wow. Pretty nice shot just past the outstretched hand of Svetlana Kholomina. Marta to serve. Score is 7-8. We're in the second set. Thank you for joining me. Shot off the tape, recovered nicely by Svetlana. Blocked. Going for a double jump out of there, and pretty decent hands. Nice release. Wow, everything played at the 10-foot line. And finally the ball falls down, and the Italians get another point. Now the score is 8-up. What are they gonna go? Is she gonna go middle again, or is she gonna go to Svetlana? Oh, left shoulder serve, pretty handled okay by Kholomina. Kholomina cross court over, and now the Russians are up 9-8. Kholomina out of City Open Saints, Russia. Cross-court serve. Wow. A little bit careless on her footwork. Probably thought she had more time, and that ball had a nasty drop on it. And there's a timeout by the Italians. They trail 10-8. The Russians up 2 in the set, but down 0-1 in the match. The Russians nursing a 2-point lead. Nadezda. Nadezda serves. Serve out of the middle, and there's the hubby wife, what she was looking for, and right out of the timeout. Got her. Menegatti. Menegatti's actually taking the middle, daring her to serve her left shoulder, and she's not biting. Catches her high. She started that high. Wow, great cover on the block, and there's a block and touch, and the referees let that go, rightfully so. Trying to go cross court on that and changing her mind going line, and that one goes long. Nadezda with the serve again. That ball out of bounds, and the service error leads to the technical timeout. The Italians trailing 9-12. There's a line over. Wow, Nadezda way off the ground on that play. Back from the technical timeout, the Russians strike first. The score is 13 serving 9. Vicky with the pass, going outside. Vicky goes, tries to go line over, gets blocked. Kholomina, patient, line over, and now the Russians extend their lead to 5, 14-9. This is a very, very, very big tournament, folks. There's another ace. Vicky having a really hard time on serve receive, and now the score is 16-9. No, 15-9, excuse me. Svetlana with the serve. Again, what I was saying before, it's a very, very big tournament. There is a ton of talent on playing on 5 different courts for an elongated time span, 4- or 5-day tournament if you include the qualifiers. And you can go through this entire tournament and not see everybody. Sarah Hughes and Summer are in this tournament. I haven't seen them play yet. I haven't seen them. And Kleinman and Ross, I believe, in this tournament. I haven't even seen their faces, never mind seeing them. there's a back set. Marta finally fixing that, and now the score is 11-16, and 1 point before the switch, the Italians trying to figure out a way to come back in this game. They had plenty of good trans points. Just like the previous match, like the Americans won in rather easy fashion in the first set, and the other team makes their adjustments and they find out how to come back, and now it's an ultimate reversal. It's a 17-11 switch. I mean, near identical shades of the first set. In fact, near identical shades of the first match before this. Little better job holding her platform on that, and cross court challenging the block on the jump in and getting the side out is Vicky. Menegatti with the serve. Svetlana handles it okay. A little bit of a blue set. A little bit of a, I call that a blue set for some reason. It's set between the middle of the court and the antenna. Just this little soft zone. Jump serve coming, and wow, that ball got away. But bringing it back for a free ball situation. Sky ball, free ball. Russia on the attack, looking for 19. Nadezda got it. Nadezda with a pretty good float serve. I think she's the one who started the mess. I think that's out. No? Is there a touch? All right, in any sense. Line judge calls it right, and we have set point opportunity number, it's 19. No, it's 20. Yeah, set point opportunity number 1. There's a back set, and the slide beats the I formation, and at least for now, the Italians survive for another point. I always say it's never a problem when two people go for the ball. It's only a problem where neither of them go for it. My shining example of what a good problem is. A little bit of a J-hook on that pass, trying to bring it back, and that one goes short. Vicky, transition, Marta, got it. The Italians at least trying to generate a little bit of momentum before we go to this, what seems like inevitable set 3. Another J-hook pass. That ball's up, that ball's down, that ball's wide, and now we have a switch. 15-20. The Russians disputing the score. They thought they had 14, and I almost hesitantly thought they had 14, but I wouldn't think on FIVB feature court. The one thing that the officials would miss is the actual score. I mean, I've been following them for a little bit, and it's only happened till one time in my recollection. And I remember it well. As we go to game 3, that's 21-15. I refer you back to 2 years ago. The FIVB came to Long Beach, California at a center court match, which makes it even worse. This is Toth, Talita and Larissa going against Betsy Flint and Kelly Larson at the time. It was set 3. And they traded points for the first 14 points. Basically, it was 7-7, and the Brazilians scored to get their 7th point, and then Larissa just started the switch, and Talita followed her. And everybody was like, why are they switching? And Talita's like, it's 8, and the scoreboard gave them 8, and everyone in the crowd were just yelling at the top of their lungs, it's 7-7, it's 7-7, it's easy to do, there's just 7 side outs, blah, 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 blah. Bill Kolinsky, who, Kelly Larson's significant other was like this. It's ridiculous. Like, of all the things you can get wrong, a missed net violation or a controversial double or checking the line to see if it's out or in. That one dark moment the FIVB got it wrong, with everybody watching on center court, they got the score wrong. And it's so fun to talk. It's so rare that it's something you remember. It's not something the FIVB, the officiating is absolutely phenomenal. I'll preface my comments before what I say next, but it's one of those things where you've never seen before on a stage this big, and you will never ever see again. And it's just new meaning to the term anomaly. All right, the Russians on the board first. Winners of the second set. A little bit of momentum. They want to see if they can get to Viktoria again. Vicky, cross court. I'll do one of the obvious things and say that if you pass well, you take care of that first hit, you're going to side out well, and it rings very, very true to form with Viktoria. A little bit of a wrist away cut. That was dug, and that ball's dug. The Italians, free ball opportunity, back set, forcing that in, and nope, looking for a net violation. It's not going to happen. And now the Russians are up 2-1. Third game is to 15. Switch sides every combined 5 points. Redirect by Nadezda. Now the score is 3-1 in favor of the Russians. Say it with me, people. Makroguzova. Drift set, close to the antenna, free ball situation, handled okay by the Italians. Looking for the switch. Once again, beating the I formation is Menegatti. Marta with the switch around, Viktoria switching straight through. A little bit of garment maintenance, if you will. The Italians won the first set in convincing fashion. The Russians in equally convincing fashion. That was 21-15 the last set, and now the Italians find themselves down by a point, trying to tie it up. Serve out of the middle. Covered by Nadezda. There's a line shot covered easily by the Italians, looking to trans out. Viktoria. Toth's one cross court. The score is 3-3. Cross-court dig. Marta on a dig. Recreates her string out of the middle. Marta. Cross-court. Wrist away. Sorry, wrist away line. Now the score is 4-3. 3 consecutive points for the Italians. 3 unanswered points for the Italians. That ball tipped off the block. There's a touch, and now the score is tied again at 4-4. Kholomina to Sarah, Svetlana Kholomina. Jump floater, cross court. Trying to go on 2, that ball gets blocked. Good balance, an even better set on the coverage, and Viktoria would love to have that one back. All the range in the world, had power, had the torque, and I think she swung a little sidearm, and again, with this ball, that just Mikasa, if you miss, you're gonna miss. You miss a little bit, that's a pretty unforgiving ball. cross court and slump shouldered on that before the switch is Vicky. She's gotta stay up because I guarantee you the next serve is gonna come to her. And the Italians find themselves down 6-4. Okay, we're back from the timeout. Kholomina the serve, cross court, Viktoria lets it go. Good job by her on that one. Now the score is 5-6. That was Ed Chan on the passerby. Volleyball Magazine's own. Brilliant photographer. Jump serve. Right shoulder. Coming up. Wow. Gently placing that is Nadezda. Makroguzova. Say it with me. Svetlana. Kholomina to serve. Cross court. That one goes to Marta. Marta's got to go high and got to go hard. Wow. Nice recovery and transition. Not yet. 6-8. The Italians looking for 7. Got it. Got the switch. The Italians trying to come back and secure this win, find themselves down by 1. Serves go straight to Kholomina, handled okay, up and down set. That ball is out of bounds, but touched by Viktoria Toth. These are the best of the best as far as elite athletes are concerned, especially from the European region. Goes on 2 and a little bit of a carry on that, and good call by the top ref Marta. And the score is now 8-9. They're playing the side-out game now unless someone serves tough. Got a little bit of wind that picked up. There was virtually no wind, like absolutely 0 wind yesterday. There's the jumbo shrimp and trying to tuck that ball out, and it worked. She had a conversation. That ball goes out of bounds, and the ball, as well as Fate, accommodated her on that. And now the score is 9-9. Kholomina with the pass, creating her string out of the middle. A little bit of a drift set on that. Recovered. She's got to go free ball opportunity. Svetlana out of the middle again. Going line over. Transition, looking for 10, the Italians.
Hey!
Marta. Marta wanted to scream at the top of her lungs and just kind of held back. And now the Russians call timeout as the Italians, for the first time this game, enjoy this set. enjoy the lead, albeit 1 point. 10-9. Okay, we're back from the timeout. Team Italy, Team Russia, battling it out in this game of this last pool play match. Handled easily by Marta. Marta transition. Woo, is she feeling it. That's a sweet spot shot on a wrist away, and the score is now 11-9. There's your switch. Outscoring them 4-3 on that switch. Well, no. What am I even saying? They're combined 5-point switches. They're down 7-8. Switch is 11-9. That's 4-1 on the switch. Had to count that in my head, folks. Sorry about that. Nadezda. Sorry, Nadezda. Nadezda hits that ball long. Now the score is 12-9. Go back to Kholomina. Svetlana hits it into the block, gets the tweener between the uprights. Bounces off the inside part of the pole for the extra point, and now the score is 10-12. And what's been a match-long marathon has been a sprint to 5-3. Game 3-15, got a win by 2. Up next, the Japanese, and there's an ace and an exhale by Svetlana Kholomina. Will she go middle again? No, but she darn well should have. And wow, there's the up and down on the poke. It almost seemed like time slowed down where you're moving, but at the same time, all you can do is watch. Serve cross court, 13-11. This is for the switch. Svetlana gets blocked. That ball is in. And there's a 12-13 switch, a crucial switch for the Russians. The Italians let it go. It almost looked like they clung to hope on that. And in this game, hope is a 4-letter word. Cross-court serve. Vicky, up and down set. Vicky, line over. Perfectly timed, perfectly reached, and just past the outstretched hand of Kholomina. Kholomina playing really good defense, in particular this set. But she can lose to perfection, and perfection is what it took to get that shot in. That ball just out of bounds. And the Russians survive for one more play. This is match point opportunity number 2. It's 13-14. Kholomina with the serve. Viktoria, it's for her to win or lose. Out of the middle. Viktoria! Wow. Great deception on that shot. Selling in another direction. Cut cross court. The Italians, 2-1 victors over the Russians. 15-13 the third set. For all of you at home, thank you for joining me. I'm Jason Debilius. So long.